Hello, devoted fans of daytime drama, and welcome back to TV Day's Drama Digest, your trusted source for the latest scoops, scandals, and stories from the world of soap operas. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most gripping and emotionally charged controversies to rock the set of Days of Our Lives, DOOL, the beloved NBC-turned-Peacock soap that has kept audiences captivated for nearly 6 decades. At the center of this storm is Arianne Zucker, the Emmy-nominated actress who has portrayed the iconic Nicole Walker since 1998. Her departure from the show and the explosive lawsuit that followed have sent shockwaves through the soap opera community, leaving fans like us yearning for answers, justice, and, dare we hope, her triumphant return to Salem. Let's unravel the layers of this dramatic saga, separating fact from rumor, and explore the possibilities of Zucker's future with Days of Our Lives. A star's legacy. Arianne Zucker as Nicole Walker for over a quarter of a century. Arianne Zucker has been a cornerstone of Days of Our Lives, bringing to life the complex, fiery, and unforgettable character of Nicole Walker. Since her debut in February 1998, Zucker's portrayal of Nicole, a character known for her sharp wit, emotional depth, and penchant for tangled love stories, has earned her a special place in the hearts of DOOL fans. With 3 Daytime Emmy nominations, Outstanding Supporting Actress in 2010 and 2013, and Outstanding Lead Actress in 2020, Zucker's talent has been recognized time and again, cementing her status as one of the show's most enduring stars. Nicole Walker's journey on Days of Our Lives has been nothing short of a roller coaster. From her tumultuous romances with Eric Brady, EJ DiMera, and Rafe Hernandez to her heartbreaking struggles with motherhood and her relentless pursuit of happiness, Nicole's storylines have kept viewers glued to their screens. Zucker's ability to convey Nicole's vulnerability beneath her tough exterior has made her a fan favorite, and her chemistry with co-stars has sparked some of the show's most memorable moments. But behind the glamour of Salem's dramatic narratives, a real-life drama was brewing, one that would thrust Zucker into the spotlight for reasons far beyond her acting prowess. The lawsuit that shook Salem in February 2024, Arianne Zucker dropped a bombshell that reverberated through the soap opera world. She filed a lawsuit against Cordday Productions Incorporated, the production company behind Days of Our Lives, as well as executive producer Ken Cordday and former co-executive producer Albert Alar. The allegations were as serious as they were shocking, accusing the defendants of discrimination, harassment, retaliation, negligent hiring and supervision, and wrongful termination. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Zucker claimed that she and multiple female employees on the set of Days were subjected to pervasive sexual harassment by Alar, who served as a director since 2003 and co-executive producer since 2011. The lawsuit painted a disturbing picture of a toxic work environment, one that allegedly went unchecked by Cordday Productions despite repeated complaints. Zucker's allegations detailed a series of deeply unsettling incidents. She claimed that Alar subjected her to non-consensual physical touching, including pulling her tightly to his chest while making sexual moans and placing his hands near her genitals during scene blocking, leaving her feeling offended, uncomfortable, humiliated, and intimidated. She further alleged that Alar made sexually suggestive comments, such as telling her male co-stars during intimate scenes that he would love to switch positions with them, and expressed a clear preference for aggressive sex scenes. These behaviors, Zucker asserted, were not isolated, but part of a pattern of harassment that targeted female cast and crew members, creating a hostile workplace. The lawsuit also highlighted the broader impact on the Days set. Zucker claimed that several female employees saw their airtime reduced or were fired outright, and the all-female PR department was dissolved under suspicious circumstances. She alleged that complaints about Alar's behavior were well known to Cordday and Sony Pictures Television, the show's distributor, but were consistently ignored or dismissed. In March 2023, Zucker took her concerns directly to Ken Cordday, only to be redirected to Sony's HR department, as Cordday Productions reportedly lacked its own HR department. Even as Sony launched a 9-week investigation involving 30 witnesses, Alar was allowed to remain on set, allegedly continuing to oversee intimate scenes while Zucker and others felt increasingly vulnerable. The investigation culminated in Alar's termination in August 2023, but only after media outlets like Deadline broke the story, prompting a public outcry and a petition signed by over 25 cast members calling for his removal. Zucker's lawsuit contends that Alar's firing was a reactive move by Cordday Productions to save face after years of allegedly condoning his behavior. Adding fuel to the fire, Zucker claimed that her pay was cut and her travel budget discontinued in retaliation for her complaints, and by June 2023, her character was written off the show temporarily, leaving her future on days uncertain. The contract dispute and alleged retaliation, as if the harassment allegations weren't enough, Zucker's lawsuit also centers on a contentious contract dispute that she claims amounted to wrongful termination. In October 2023, with her contract set to expire in January 2024, Zucker attempted to negotiate a new deal with Cordday Productions. According to the lawsuit, the company presented her with a take-it-or-leave-it offer that she deemed substandard, refusing to negotiate in good faith. When Zucker declined the offer, her contract expired, effectively ending her 25-year tenure on the show. Zucker alleges that this was a deliberate act of retaliation for her outspokenness against Alar, a claim that Cordday Productions has vehemently denied. In a statement to multiple outlets, a spokesperson for Cordday Productions called Zucker's lawsuit without merit, asserting that the company had offered her a contract renewal with a pay increase. Rejecting Ms. Zucker's counteroffer does not constitute retaliation, the statement read. Complaints about Mr. Alar's on-set behavior were promptly investigated. Cordday Productions fully cooperated with the impartial investigation and subsequently terminated Mr. Alar. Alar's attorney, Robert M. Barta, echoed this sentiment, claiming that Zucker's allegations were baseless and had been thoroughly investigated, with the initial decision to retain Alar as co-executive producer. Barta further accused Zucker of exploiting vile stereotypes to demean Alar, a black man in a position of power, and vowed to present evidence refuting her claims. Zucker, however, stood her ground. In a tearful press conference on February 8, 2024, alongside her attorney Anahita Setagatfar, she spoke passionately about her loyalty to Days and her role as a mentor and advocate for her colleagues. After my loyalty to Ken Cordday and Cordday Productions for 25 years and loving the show with all my heart and working to my highest ability, standing up for myself and others is clearly what got me pushed out of my long-time career, she said. Zucker alleged that female employees, including herself, were sexually harassed, violated, and degraded by Alar, and that speaking out led to her being treated differently by Cordday and male crew members close to Alar upon her brief return in August 2023. A legal victory and ongoing battle in a significant development, Zucker scored a legal victory in August 2024 when a Los Angeles County judge ruled that she could proceed with a key component of her lawsuit. A request for a judicial order under California's business code to bar Alar from engaging in harassing behavior in future workplaces. This ruling was a beacon of hope for Zucker and her supporters, signaling that her fight for justice was gaining traction. Her attorney, Setagatfar, emphasized the importance of this decision, stating, "Ms. Zucker wants to ensure that no other woman can be harmed at the hands of Alar again, and I will fight to make that happen." The next hearing in the case is scheduled for October 2025, keeping the legal battle in the spotlight. Despite this win, the outcome of Zucker's lawsuit remains uncertain. The allegations of harassment, discrimination, and retaliation are complex, and both sides have presented conflicting narratives. Cordday Productions and Alar maintain that the claims are exaggerated or false, while Zucker and her legal team argue that the evidence, supported by the accounts of multiple female employees, paints a clear picture of misconduct and retribution. The soap opera community, and indeed the broader entertainment industry, is watching closely as the case raises critical questions about workplace safety, accountability, and the treatment of women in high-pressure environments. The rumor mill: is Arianne Zucker returning to Days? Amid the legal drama, a tantalizing rumor has emerged, sending ripples of excitement through the Days of Our Lives fandom. Could Arianne Zucker be returning to the show? Fans have taken to social media platforms like X to speculate about a possible reconciliation between Zucker and Cordday Productions, with some suggesting that a new contract agreement might bring Nicole Walker back to Salem. But is there any truth to these whispers, or are they merely the hopeful musings of devoted viewers? As of now, there has been no official confirmation from Zucker, Cordday Productions, or Peacock regarding her return. Due to Days' 6-month filming lead time, Zucker's final scenes as Nicole aired in the summer of 2024, following her character's temporary departure to Italy with her daughter, Holly, in January 2024. The lack of concrete updates has left fans in limbo, torn between their desire to see Nicole's story continue and their frustration over the circumstances surrounding Zucker's exit. The possibility of Zucker's return hinges on several factors. First and foremost is the resolution of her lawsuit. If Zucker and Cordday Productions reach a settlement that addresses her grievances, potentially including financial compensation, workplace reforms, or an apology, it's conceivable that negotiations for her return could follow. Fans have pointed out that Days has a history of bringing back beloved characters, even after contentious departures, and Nicole Walker's central role in the show's narrative makes her a prime candidate for a comeback. However, the strained relationship between Zucker and the producers, coupled with the public nature of the lawsuit, could complicate any reconciliation efforts. Another consideration is the show's creative direction. Days of Our Lives has faced significant changes in recent years, including its move from NBC to Peacock in 2022 and the fallout from the Alar controversy. The appointment of Janet Drucker as co-executive producer in August 2023 was seen as a step toward a more inclusive and respectful workplace. But fans remain skeptical about whether the show's leadership can rebuild trust with its cast and audience. If Zucker were to return, it would likely require assurances of a safer work environment and a commitment to addressing the issues raised in her lawsuit. The fans' perspective. A chorus of Support the Days of Our Lives fanbase has been vocal in their support for Arianne Zucker, with many expressing outrage over her alleged mistreatment and admiration for her courage in speaking out. Social media posts on X reflect a groundswell of sentiment in her favor, with fans calling for her reinstatement and criticizing Cordday Productions for its handling of the situation. I have always loved Arianne's work and know she would not jeopardize her longtime career with DOOL by speaking ill of anyone without reason, one user wrote. I support her fully, and after 60 years of loyalty to this program will stop watching unless she is fully reinstated. Another fan declared, "No one should be treated this way. Sexual harassment is unacceptable." Zucker's connection with fans was further highlighted during a Days of Our Lives fan event in New Jersey in 2024, where she expressed gratitude for their unwavering support. On her podcast, Ready to Stop Complaining? Try This, she thanked attendees for their love and encouragement, noting the bittersweet nature of her interactions with them amid her departure from the show. For many fans, Zucker's exit feels like a personal loss, as her portrayal of Nicole has been a constant in their lives for over 2 decades. The prospect of her return is a beacon of hope, but it's tempered by the reality of the ongoing legal battle and the uncertainty surrounding her future with Days. A broader context: Zucker's place in the spotlight beyond her role on Days of Our Lives. Arianne Zucker has faced public scrutiny in another high-profile context. The infamous 2005 Access Hollywood tape, in which then-presidential candidate Donald Trump made lewd comments about women while preparing for a cameo on Days. Zucker, who was tasked with escorting Trump and host Billy Bush to the set, found herself unwittingly at the center of a political firestorm when the tape surfaced in 2016. Her response at the time was a powerful statement of resilience and dignity. How we treat one another, whether behind closed doors, locker rooms, or face-to-face, should be done with kindness, dignity, and respect, she wrote on X. Unfortunately, there are too many people in power who abuse their position and disregard these simple principles and are rewarded for it. This earlier experience underscores Zucker's strength in confronting powerful figures and speaking out against misconduct, a thread that runs through her current lawsuit. Her willingness to take a stand, despite the personal and professional risks, has earned her admiration from fans and advocates alike, positioning her as a voice for change in an industry often criticized for its handling of harassment allegations. What lies ahead? Hope, uncertainty, and the future of Nicole Walker as we await further developments in Arianne Zucker's lawsuit and the rumors of her potential return. The Days of Our Lives community remains on edge. The legal proceedings, with the next hearing set for October 2025, will likely shape the trajectory of her career and her relationship with the show. A favorable outcome could pave the way for a new contract, allowing Zucker to reclaim her role as Nicole Walker and continue her legacy in Salem. Alternatively, the case could lead to a permanent exit, potentially opening the door for a recast or the retirement of the character altogether, a prospect that fills fans with dread. For now, the rumors of Zucker's return remain just that, rumors. Without official confirmation, fans are left to speculate and hope, clinging to the possibility that their beloved Nicole will once again grace their screens. The idea of Zucker and Cordday Productions finding common ground feels like a soap opera storyline in itself, one filled with twists, turns, and the promise of redemption. But in the world of Days of Our Lives, where characters often return from the dead, anything is possible. A call to fans. What do you think? Here at TV Days Drama Digest, we're as invested in this story as you are. Arianne Zucker's journey, from her iconic role as Nicole Walker to her courageous fight for justice, has captivated us all. We want to hear from you. Do you believe Zucker will return to Days of Our Lives? Should Cordday Productions take steps to bring her back and address the issues raised in her lawsuit? And most importantly, do you want to see Nicole Walker back in Salem, stirring up drama and stealing hearts as only she can? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share them on X, or join the conversation on our message boards. As we continue to follow this unfolding saga, we'll keep you updated with the latest news, spoilers, and insights. Until then, keep your eyes on Salem and your hearts with Arianne Zucker. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.